Hey, 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 it's a bank holiday Monday, and what else should you do on a bank holiday Monday? Well, talk about toys and robots, really. I got this in Asda the other day. I've kept the box on purpose. Here, this is what it is.
Transformers Universe, War of the Waves.
I wouldn't normally buy this stuff. But one of the pieces in here particularly interested me because I'd seen Mr. Kal-El Prime do a video on him the other day, and I don't know, it just tweaked my attention. The reason I kept this is because I wanted a good look at the back, and on the back it says thus.
Storm Surge isn't exactly the king of the waves, but he is the guy that Megatron left in charge. And he'll be rusted if any low-down Autobot that can't even swim is going to beat him. Air Raid has been sent to sink him, but it's all the Autobot flyer can do to dodge the frantic flood of firepower spewing at him from the surface of the sea.
I really like this. It's jolly good. So this guy is good, this guy not so good. But let's have a look at the figures, shall we? Right, I'm just putting you down. Now this is Decepticon Storm Surge. What do we think of him? Well, he's a hovercraft, obviously. Comes with a Cyber Planet key, which is quite nicely decorated. I'm told it's very similar to Primus's one that came with him, just with a Decepticon logo. I only know this through watching YouTube videos. As far as being a hovercraft, well, I think he's really rather good. These are supposed to tuck back because they're supposed to be like wind turbines and jets that go on the back. He's got a rather large weapon on the top. He's alright. He's got nice little windows at the front. He's very army-esque, but he's not in army-esque colours. He's more like the Isle of Wight ferry kind of colours rather than being particularly military. If you take his Cyber Planet key and stick it up his arsehole, it does this. Ready? Ooh, and the missiles pop out quite like that. Missiles match the gun that sits on his roof, which is all good. Oh dear. He's alright, I guess. But he's definitely one for... I don't really like this. He's definitely one for storing in alt mode, because... Oh, let me show you. What you do is you take the arm pieces, so you take these bits underneath, and this one doesn't sit flat. You can see that this bit doesn't line up very well, and no matter how hard you push, it will go in and it all just folds apart again. Moulding issues, I guess. So you pull these, which separates the front here as well. So you pull those apart and move them up, okay, and they're going to become his arms, which is rather shocking, to be honest with you. You take the gun off the top, you take the front of the hovercraft, and you just sort of pull, and as you can see inside, it's all attached to the leg mechanism. So that's going to pull forward, straighten that out, split the feet, turn them up, and that's his feeties. You take the grey bit there, which is the body, just move that back and pop it into place, and where this is all the way down, you can see the head mould in there at the back of it. So when you push that round, it pops the head up enough just to grab hold of it with your thumbs. Take that and turn the head around like so. Quite a nice little head. It's a bit small, but I really like the way the eyes are really bright. They really stand out nicely. The chest piece on this is looking pretty badass. It really looks like he'd be sort of strong and bulky and kind of whoop-assery, which is pretty cool. But now we're coming to the downfall. When he stands, it doesn't really stand very well because he kind of stands on one foot or the other, but not really both. You have to do a really, really wide stance in order for him to get to stand very well, which I find a little bit disappointing. Articulated at the hip, articulated at the knee. The feet do fold up and down, but it's kind of a two-position affair because of the way they click. And then to finish him off, just move the arms down like that, move the arms down like that, and then you take these bits which are the front of the skirt, yeah, and they become his hands, and then all you do is you take those grey bits and push them back so he turns into just like massive, great big crabby claws. I mean, it's alright, it's not a bad robot mode, it doesn't make me hate it particularly, but articulation wise, although his arms can go out like that, it's difficult to stand him any way that doesn't just make him look like a giant bloody crayfish. I don't like it. And there's a slot, that hole there, you can peg his gun in the arm, and then there's another problem in that he holds his gun really skew whiff, which I'm just not into at all. However, this guy was well worth getting just to get Air Raid, who I really like. So head, good. Feet, well, yeah, okay, except that I kind of, when I'm doing it, I enjoy displaying him like that on one leg, because then he's just a circus clown, and then he fits his colours a bit better, I think. That is Universe Storm Surge. Is he not bad? Well, I don't know. He's okay. But let's have a look at the real deal. Now, here we have Transformers Universe Autobot Air Raid. He is a really, really nice, just faux aeroplane thing. It comes with this stupid, great big weapon on the front, which is, as I said, just stupid. Really, really dislike it intensely. What I do like, though, is that on the wings, it comes with these bits that are on the side. That is quite, if I actually sort of turned it all flat, but quite nice. Really like that. It gives it a much more aggressive edge. But if you take these off, so 1, 2, if you take the gun piece now and you put these two bits together like so, and then you plug them into the top, this turns into a massive great big staff weapon thing. Air Raid's really, really nice. His plane mode, while somewhat simplistic and a little bit childlike, is at the same time really, really cool. He's got his Autobot badges built into the plastic. He has got Autobot badges on the other side as well, but the whole thing's made up of this really nice, blocky, 8-bit, crappy, I'm on a Commodore 64 camouflage paint scheme, which I think really suits him quite well. So that's pretty cool. Underneath he's got this really nice landing gear thing, which you can sort of put around the other way. So he's got a really nice wide landing gear which he can sit on. But visible head syndrome! Probably the only downfall to this, that and the slight lack of articulation, which we'll cover in a moment. But generally, pretty much a winner. So if I get on with it, so what you do is you take the arms, you push the arms out like that, and then you take the legs and you bring the legs down like this. Now this is one of the big problems, because when you straighten the legs out so he can stand in robot mode, there's no knee articulation, there's no forward and back, there's only out to the side, which is a shame, but it's an acceptable sacrifice to get what is quite a funky little robot mode. So what you do is, and this is very, 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 very cool, is if you turn this piece, which is the pilot section, look at the top, automorph, which is very nice, and then all you do is fold that back. This is on a bit of a loose joint and pops off quite a lot. So all you do is turn the wings round like that. Then you've got your Autobot logo showing. Take the feeties, flat them flat, and then you've got Air Raid in his robot glory. So all you do is you take that peg there, bend his arm up, put that in there, and he's got like a big staff weapon, which is pretty fun. I quite like that. Or he can, if you take that out of there, you can hold it like that. But now we're just playing Cybertronian baseball, aren't we? So we'll ditch that one for now. Like that. Okay, so that is Autobot Air Raid. I think the whole pack was about £8 at Asda on special, and I think it's worth every penny. So here we've got Autobot Air Raid and Decepticon Storm Surge in the
Transformers Universe War of the Waves
2-pack. This has been SMS number 1 on Bank Holiday Monday. Big up your bad selves.